guys got up to the 11v11 scrimmage, obviously the bye week. What were you able to see out of that?
Well, the big thing in these, windows where you don't have a game, you got to stay sharp. And a part of staying sharp is fitness. Part of staying sharp is mentality. Part of staying sharp is, tactical kind of cohesiveness. So we really worked hard this week to improve and to maintain fitness and to stay sharp from a soccer standpoint. The best way to do that is in 11s. So we, I think, got a 2-game load this week, which is typical in most weeks. Your training usually is 1-game load total, cumulative, and then you get the game on the weekend. So we were able to get that same 2-game load this week, which is very important because sometimes you just lose, like I said, that match fitness and that match sharpness.
We saw Barmby score a goal in the 11v11. What are you seeing out of him?
Yeah, we've been playing him a little bit of left back, like I said earlier when we signed him, he's very functional. He's played that position and left winger. Actually, recently he's played a lot at left back. So we have a need there, and wanted to look at him and Klute today at left back. So we played each one a half with the, it's not really the starters because we have guys gone, but with kind of the back defensive group. And, we did something a little different today. We mixed the groups and played kind of our top attacking group versus our top defensive group. And it made for a very competitive game. It was 1-1, and we got 70 minutes in and good intensity, good sharpness, and, Barmby had a great goal, and I thought he was pretty good today. So was Klute.
And speaking of them, you mentioned earlier the week you're going to monitor their fitness and see whether they can be in the conversation for the Orlando game. Have you gotten any further on figuring out whether they could be possibly?
Yeah, obviously next week we'll know more, but as the week goes on, because we got 5 days to prepare, and but I liked what I saw today. We're going to have both those two guys do a workout tomorrow as well, so they won't get the full weekend off. The other guys, they're fit and sharp, and like I said, if we did anything more than a 2-game load, then it'd be overtraining them. So it fits in well to give them a couple days off. The guys that are fit, that have been here, but Klute and Barmby need a little bit extra work, and then we'll build them up, and we'll see how they look and make those decisions end of the week. But I think they both could be, like I said, in the conversation. But I can't say 100% for sure if they will be ready.
As you start getting guys like Klute fit, Barmby getting to fitness, does that give you more options in terms of how you approach opponents going forward?
Yeah.
Does it give you different wrinkles that you could throw at Orlando?
Yeah, we talked about that a lot as a staff in our meetings in looking ahead. Obviously we have the 2 road games, but then we have a really compacted window where we play a lot of games in a short amount of time. So it gives us a good chance to kind of throw in some twists, not just to do it, but because it'll give us the best chance to win in those windows. And it keeps the opponent on their toes. It also keeps guys locked in, fighting for jobs, and it keeps the chemistry. So you'll see some rotation, I think, and some tactical wrinkles here over the next 3-4 weeks for sure.
Dude, how's Liam Ridgewell progressing?
Yeah, really well. I think he's, nearly 3 weeks in, or 2.5 weeks. I don't know the exact day, but he's making progress. So it's been a good recovery to this point. So we're hoping, I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to put a timeline on it, but we're hoping. Hoping in that 4 weeks, but you never know. Could be 6. We'll see. I'm hesitant to give anybody false expectations.
T2 has got their first game coming up. We saw some of the guys here with you today. Is it still possible that they could fly to the T2 game, or should we be ruling them out?
Yeah, no. The guys that were here today will be guys that won't play for T2. So again, it's us working with T2. In this window, with us having guys gone, we needed some academy guys and some T2 guys here. But with Gregor, his priority is to try to go and take a top group and get a result in that game. But also with some of the guys not traveling, we were able to keep them fit and sharp in almost a match. And it's always good to have that connection and interaction, you know, with some of the academy guys getting a chance, that experience, and some of the T2 guys as well. So, you know, really good partnership, relationship, and, you know, I think it on days like today, you really see that connection, and you really see how beneficial it is for us to have numbers, because we couldn't have done an 11v11 today if we weren't able to use some T2 guys.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
have a good weekend, guys.
You too.